This has been taking place for some time, but how is this time different?
Yeah, like you were saying, Wanda has been in the headlines really a lot, very frequently in the past 2 months, I think. And what's different about this time is the sell-off is really spreading from some longer-term debt to its near-term bonds. So the one that's plunging into distressed territory right now is a bond worth about $400 million US, and it's going to be due in July 23rd. That is 2 months from now. And this is a bond that has been holding up very well above 90 cents. Even when the rest of Wanda's bonds tumbled below 50 cents just 2 weeks ago. But now this is sliding below 70 cents as well as what we're seeing yesterday and last Friday.
Yeah, so there's a payment that's coming up. There's a lot of doubt whether they can service that. Then there's also reports of layoffs. They might downsize. What is the company saying about that?
Yeah, so there are local media reports last week saying the company is planning mass-scale layoff, and the company denied that over the weekend, saying they're not planning that, but they did say that they are planning some units downsizing, and that does not seem to really, ease market concerns. What's more, it does have some near-term debt pressure. So we mentioned this 400 million one. There is also 3 other onshore yuan bonds totaling, I think, 4 billion yuan. So that's more than 4 billion yuan due in July. Sorry, failed to do a quick calculation.
It's hard to do, yes.
Yes.
It's amazing you attempted to do it.
But apart from the near-term pressure, and I think what's more is investors are saying people are realizing Wanda is not as good as they thought. That's the broader concern. It really has been considered one of the better quality names. Of course, it's not purely probably developer. It runs commercial. Probably it's different from the traditional ones, but still, it's just spelling out people's concerns about this sector in general.
So it kind of makes sense that this high yield space isn't doing well, right? This is just the latest one and just this latest string of names that the market's talking about.
Yeah, but there's this concern of, if this is not safe, then who is? I think there's that concern brewing. And also, like you said, it really has been a key driver in the past 2 months of all the turbulence in China's high yield debt. So yesterday is no exception. We're seeing the China high yield index again down 1 cent. And also, Wanda is the only property-related name this year that was able to access the primary market offshore. So it issued $2 bonds. And those 2 bonds issued 2 months ago are now trading 35 cents on the dollar. So that is really another blow to the primary market and will, I think, further restrain other developers' access to the offshore market.